they don't, go and do anything else. So,
Yeah.
but they're going to run the ball, and that's what we're here for. It's linebacker's job to stop the run usually. So I'm excited about it at least.
All righty. Well, that is going to wrap up that segment there with the players. I appreciate y'all's time and love seeing y'all play on Friday nights. Can't wait to get y'all to get after it again. And when we come back, we will go into our conversation with one of our assistant linebacker coaches, Coach Goodwin.
When something works this well,
Paying bills? This site is so comprehensive. I do all my banking online. More time for coffee.
you want to get others excited about it too.
Yes, honey. They're very conscientious, and they're about helping us map out a plan for our future.
It's nice to know we make a
It was
difference.
so easy. They had lots of creative ways to help me afford the loan for the cutest car I've wanted
And
for
that a
so
great
long.
bank is a really important thing to have. Comprehensive, conscientious, creative, community bank like no other.
Welcome back to the Pearl Pirate Football Coaches Show. I'm now joined with our linebackers coach, Coach Goodwin. How are we doing this evening, Coach?
Oh, we're doing good.
Doing all right?
Yes,
so,
sir.
just to kind of let everybody at home know who you are, can you give us a little bit of background and coaching history over the past year?
Yes, sir. Like I said, my name's Jason Goodwin. I was born and raised in Water Valley, Mississippi. Like I said, graduated from there, went to Northwest Community College, played on football there. Like I said, we were fortunate enough to win a national championship there. This is my 28th year of coaching. I was at Lafayette County School for 8 years. Then I left there and went to Olive Branch High School as an assistant head coach. Coached up there 8 years. We won a state championship in 2011.
Let's call this meeting to order.
Alderman Stovall. Alderman Williams. Alderman Dennis. Alderman Broadwater. Alderman Floyd. Alderman Knight. Alderman Foster.
Alderman Floyd, will you pray for us this evening? Amen. Alderman Stovall is going to lead us in the pledge.
Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Stacy, do you mind coming up and talking about the Employee of the Month since he's one of your direct employees?
So we were graced with the Chamber's presence of acknowledging Danny Neal at the Senior Center. He is our sports activities coordinator. He started as a contract worker for the city in 2016, just delivering to our homebound delivery meal participants. And in 2021, he's like, Stacy, you think I could come full time? I said, we could probably make that happen. So he's actually grown a lot of our programs, created some new ones. We had men's coffee on Mondays. We had about 5 or 6, and now we have over 20 every Monday. He cooks breakfast. They solve all the world's problems. We do pickleball, or he started pickleball, golf, bowling. We have sports activity day on Friday where we play table tennis, foosball. So, and he still has a weekly route of over 40 for homebound delivery. And he gets a little upset with me because when I have to run his route, I do it in like 2 hours because I'm in and out, and it takes him all day. But because he thinks it's a ministry, or he believes that it is his ministry, because he visits with these senior adults when he delivers those meals. So he gets to spend time, because sometimes that's the only visitor that those senior adults see for the whole week. So it is just such a blessing to have Danny here with the City of Pearl, and he truly does have a servant's heart, so very well deserved for him.
Thank you, Stacy. Chief McClendon? Can you come up and talk about our Police Officer of the Month, Eric Morris, please?
He couldn't make it tonight, but Eric's one of those guys, not long after I was here, he came to us and put in an application. He had been here before, but one of those guys you never hear from, but he goes above and beyond in everything that he does. We got numerous compliments from citizens in his personnel file, from changing tires to showing compassion on death scenes to helping hospice out when they call. So he's done an amazing job. He's well deserved, and he looks really, really good and big in a uniform. He's very, very intimidating, but he is. I think he's a gentle giant in the heart. So yeah, I'm jealous of his muscles. That's a fact. But
you were talking about him at the presentation.
Man, he's got some big arms. He has some big arms, that's for sure.
He is.
He stays in the gym, so we're honored to have him, and I appreciate it.
Thank you, Chief.
Approval of consent agenda items. All items under this heading will be considered to be approved with one motion and one vote. If further discussion is desired on any item, it will automatically be removed from the consent agenda and will be considered as a general business item.
And just for reference, there is a resolution on the consent opposing school choice, and that would be included as well. That resolution would come out.
All right. Is there a motion to approve? Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it.
Public hearings number 1, consider request by Paxton Tharp for a dimensional variance to allow him to build a shop on his property at 854 Longwood Place.
Brad, I believe that Mr. Tharp has requested.
Yeah, to continue this to the October 7th meeting, Alderman Williams and I are supposed to go out tomorrow and meet with him.
All right. What's the pleasure of the board? Is there a motion to continue? All right, any further discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it.
Number 2, consider the request by Max LLC for a conditional use permit to allow them to build and operate an event venue on the property located at 595 and 605 El Dorado Road.
Brad, I'm going to go get you to come back up to the podium, and I believe Mr. Alex Cummins is here tonight to speak on behalf of Max LLC. if we have some additional questions, we have had a work session on this before, but Alex, do you mind just taking it from the top and explain not only to the board again, but to the audience and to the viewers at home what you guys plan on doing?
Sure. There's 25 acres on El Dorado Road, pretty much at the end of Twins Trail, if you're familiar with that area. Completely wooded. The back half of that property's got a series of creeks running through it. It's currently zoned as residential estate, but it really can't be used for that purpose unless you were to build one, maybe two houses on it. We are looking at putting a wedding event venue on there. It would have about a 10,000 square foot heated, air conditioned building for receptions and kind of a ballroom type deal, as well as a covered outdoor area in the event of rain, and also the just uncovered outdoor area for a wedding. The back half of the property we're looking at and waiting on a report from engineer or surveyor on how to put a lake out there. That would be the goal, is a 3 to 5 acre, maybe a little bit bigger if we can, lake on the back side of the property with the event venue kind of facing the lake. No changes from what we talked about in the working session. We're really excited about it.
And it'd be for the venue and the related accommodations there as well.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As y'all discussed initially.
Correct.
Is there any questions? Brad, do you have a recommendation?
No, I would recommend approval. I think it'd be a great addition to the city of Pearl.
Okay. Is anyone here to speak in opposition of it? If not, is there a motion to approve the conditional use permit? All right, there's two motions on the floor. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Ayes have it.
Thank you, guys.
Alex.
Appreciate it.
Have a good evening.
Number 3, consider request by Scott Brown and Zaxby's for a dimensional variance to allow them to erect a 23-foot, 6-inch square foot pole sign at 200 One Stop Place.
Yeah, this sign right here, so they're not asking for an interstate sign. This sign is not much taller than their building. So, I mean, it's, and then, like I say, the visibility right there at the 49 and getting in on the One Stop, I would recommend this would be a good asset for them to have a sign.
I just want to say Scott Brown is here tonight with Zaxby's. Scott's been instrumental making this project happen in the city of Pearl, so we certainly appreciate it. And the board might have some questions for you regarding the sign, but with recommendation of the building official, is there any questions? All right, is anybody here to speak in opposition of it? Is there a motion to approve? Further discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it.
Number 4,
Thank you, Mr. Brown.
consider request by Hinds Community College for a dimensional variance to allow them to erect a 3-story with a maximum height of 48-foot residence hall at their Rankin campus located on Highway 8.
As we discussed in the work session, this is for dorms, gymnasium, like I said, as far as the height of it, our max height on the building is 35 feet without a variance, and that's what they're here tonight for. So I would recommend approval.
As you said, we have hotels higher than that
Right,
variance that we have
hotels.
granted in the past, so.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
Yep. All right, is there any questions by the board? Is anyone here to speak in opposition of it? Is there a motion to approve at this time? Discussion? If not, all in favor say aye. Aye. The ayes have it. Moving on.
Number 5, consider request by Sandra O. Meyer to rezone parcel E07L23110 from R1 to C3.
Yeah,
Before you talk, Brad, just want to make sure that there's an exhibit here for the alderman to be able to see. There's an X placed on the parcel for where Ms. O'Meyer's property is. I think it'd be consistent if, I mean, there's a C3 right next to it. That's what she's requesting to be rezoned. I'll let Brad provide more of a summary of the details, but I just want to make sure I pointed that map out to you guys.
Yeah, right now, it's just a wooded strip lot. Like I say, back, it was probably a mapping error, you know, it should have been C3 from the beginning. So it butts residential, but it's kind of landlocked in there with the residential, so.
In our zoning, because of being C3, if the board did approve, then they would have to provide some type of shield on the backside of it due to residential being behind it.
Right, yeah, it would be required to put a buffer between the residential and the commercial.
I do want to ask this, that parcel was a map here, the little parcel to the left, behind Silveridge Lane. Is there an access to that?
Not through the residential, no. Now, there's an easement.
I think that can be addressed in the comp plan that's coming up, that we can look at to see. But I think typically, you know, see how it is, it's cut. And for whatever reason, I checked with CMPDD and the planners recommend that this be approved. It is consistent and it would close off that area and be consistent. But you're talking about this one little parcel that juts over. Obviously that request isn't being made, but in the comp plan, that can be addressed when we ultimately, subsequent to the comp plan, any comprehensive rezoning that we take up that can be addressed.
Okay. So your recommendation is to change zoning, Brad?
Yes, sir. Yes.
And we have the recommendation of our city planners, which is CMPDD. Is anyone here to speak in opposition of it? If not, is there a motion to approve? Or any further discussion regarding this rezoning? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. Madam Clerk.
Public hearings 21-19-11, determine whether or not the owners and those certain parcels of real property which are listed herein are in such a condition or state as to be unsightly and unkept or otherwise a menace to the public health and safety of the community, and therefore prohibited pursuant to Chapter 24 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Pearl, Mississippi, and Section 21-19-11 of the Mississippi Code of 1972 as amended, owned by Linda Davis, located at parcels E08B3 and E08B4, Pearl, Rankin County, Mississippi 39208.
Is anyone here to speak or represent this property? Ms. Davis?
That's an RV that's currently on the property right now.
I'm not aware of that.
Right. We grouping all three of these.
Yeah, we.
Okay. Yeah, these two houses are currently on Lindsay Drive. They're, as you can see in the pictures, you know, they're dilapidated, unsightly, unkept. Does have numerous, you know, we got wiring coming out of the home that was powering another home, which is a fire hazard. We have inoperable vehicles, just from inoperable lawn equipment to, you know, mattresses leaned upside the home, just overgrown vegetation, generators powering the home. There is someone currently staying in one of the homes with power.
Does it have water?
Sir?
Does it have water?
No water, no.
None?
No power, no water.
In any of the structures?
No. No.
Yes. That's right. That's just be insured.
We have posted each property, you know,
Ms. Davis, do you have a solution for these properties?
My solution is we're gonna try to have them torn down, but at the present time, I'm not able to afford to have them torn down.
Typically, we give folks 45 days across the board. So you don't think 45 days would be something that you could accomplish that in?
I can try my best. But this is a private lane. Is there any way we can put a fence up so that you can't see it from the?
No, ma'am. It's unsightly. It's going to have to be addressed. It is the pleasure of the board, but I would say just due to some of her restraints, what she just said, I would make a recommendation to go ahead and adjudicate it. Give her 45 days. Anybody else have any comments regarding that?
Are you aware of somebody ordering the property?
No.
Well,
I do have,
when I was down there today, there was two willing and able gentlemen down there. Appeared they could be cleaning up or they could be doing something down there. So they were able-bodied, you know. So
Are those people living in the house?
they were running the generator. Staying in the RV now.
Are they renting from you, Ms. Davis?
no, they're not.
So the house is unsecure, so you got squatters living in there.
But like I said, I didn't know about that RV being out there.
Right, and I believe it just got put there last week, end of last week, something like that.
Okay, if I find out who's in it and, you know, and they're not being on property, what do I need to call police, have them to move it, or?
Yes, ma'am, yeah, you can have, you know, that's your.
Well, it's your
that's
property. You can have it towed off.
Yeah.
You don't have to call the police. You can just call a tow company and they can hold on to it. So,
If you got a squatter in your home, then hey, you know, yeah, you call PD for that.
Right, well, I don't live out here.
Right.
all right, so this is, just so we're clear for the board, we're addressing parcels E08D-3 and E08D-4 as well. So,
And 455 on Whitfield.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Are they all adjacent to one another?
They are.
Yeah.
It's in a life estate. It's an estate.
She's the remainder. Your mama has a life estate on it?
Yes, on one.
Yes. But you're the remainder on it.
okay. All right.
This is on the third.
Yeah, 455 as well.
Right, all three. They're all next door to one another, all unsecure, no water.
So I only have two. I only have two of those homes.
But your mom has the other one, right?
This is my mother's home, who's 94, and I just had to get her out of her home to come live with me. That was her home. That's the estate home.
Right. Well, it's not Texas. I mean, the mom has a life estate. I mean, the mama still has a life estate, and she owns it, will get it, but her mom's alive.
Right.
So they both have an interest in it.
That's right.
But
So the third house, are you saying the third house is in my name?
Right.
I have two other relatives here. I don't know if they want to say anything.
Anybody else want to address the issue and want to speak to it? Yes, ma'am. Will you come up here, please? Do you mind stating your name just for the minutes?
Elizabeth Crusoe. I'm the daughter of Percy Parker, which is one of those parcels, the very first one.
Okay.
The one with mattresses leaning across. My brother and I, because it's under the life estate of Percy Parker, My brother and I, and my stepmother, we have no problems with it being torn down.
Okay.
But your Percy Parker's on EAD 5. This is 3 and 4.
Well, the way it's split up, that one,
Yes, ma'am.
the one next to it with the rocking chair on the porch,
Yes, ma'am.
and then the empty lot
Right.
belongs to her. The house with the mattress laying next to it is ours.
That's
We-
on 5.
Yeah.
So we'll have to notice it separately.
But we have no problems tearing it down, and we are in the process of cleaning up the property. I just recently moved back from Alabama to help with my father and the property to get it cleaned up. So whatever you all need to do, we have no issues with it. It's in the process of being cleaned up.
Yeah, Jalen has made it very clear to community development and myself that he wants this property cleaned up so they can make a life for themselves in the future.
So that house is the one y'all are gonna remove?
Yes.
Okay, so. Got it. So, but just so we're abundantly clear, y'all are here on 5, EAD 5, but we're adjudicating 3 and 4 with Ms. Davis. So the cars will be removed, but if they were that house.
All three of the ones we have on there, Ms. Davis is responsible.
Understand, but all 3 of those houses, those 3 houses that you're showing aren't on those 3 parcels. That house is not. Right.
Parcel, but now 455 is one of the ones we noticed that doesn't need to.
Understand, I just want to make it abundantly clear that that house is not going to be adjudicated. That's y'all's responsibility, and if there's future action, you'll get separate notice on it.
That's
But
fine.
we're just dealing with on Ms. Davis's, which are the other 2 houses and cars. That's 5, EAD 5. That's with yours,
Yes.
Mr. Jacobs.
Yes.
Right, it's not on this agenda, but they're here nonetheless, and we have pictures of it. It's next door to Miss Davis's lot with cars on it. So the other 2 houses would be removed and the cars removed with Miss Davis.
Okay,
And
so let's take action on what we do have present in front of us.
Yes, I just want to
Right.
make sure, because we're showing 3 houses, that we're not taking action on the 3rd.
So when we talk about, sorry, Casey, go ahead. I was just gonna say 6, 7, and 8 at one time. Yeah. Yeah, we're getting long in the tooth here. Let's go. Is anyone here to speak in opposition of it? If not, is there a motion? There's 2 motions on the floor. Any further discussion regarding these 3 properties? If not, all in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it.
Number 9, owned by Christy Albritton and located at 3101 A Street, Pearl, Rankin County, Mississippi, 39208.
Anyone here representing that property?
I am, sir.
Ms. Albritton?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. How are you doing this evening?
I'm okay. How about you?
Good. Can't complain. Brad, would you like to explain what's going on with this particular property? We also have Marshall Steen, one of our police officers assigned to animal control, here to speak to this property as well.
Yeah, like I said, Marshall, they've got a lead on this property. Had numerous animals that was taken off this property. Like I say, Officer Steen can probably give you numbers and.
Yeah, Marshall, do you mind
Walk you through.
explain in detail for us what you encountered at that location?
Here, we received a welfare call about the concern for the animals that were left there.
They hadn't seen anybody in several weeks, and the smell and noise from the property was rough from the caller's perspective. We get there and approximately located 103 animals on the property.
These are inside pictures here. You got dead chickens inside.
The amount of urine and feces inside, there's no way that the inside of the property is hospitable.
So all this is on the inside of the residence?
Yes, sir.
Is the residence occupied?
They stated it was at the time, but I don't see any evidence of it being livable by anything other than chickens and everything else that was inside of the residence.
Ms. Auburn, do you have an explanation?
Yes, sir. It was being occupied by my daughter and myself. I had a hard time. I was trying to go ahead and juggle working 6 days a week, trying to maintain the bills, trying to go ahead and take care of her mental health because she tried to kill herself in December. I tried to make her accountable and help me clean up. It got way out of line and way out of hand. It actually made me turn around and find help for myself, and I did not realize that I was struggling with my own mental health, putting things off and putting others before myself, and as well as the animals. I was literally working 6 days a week. Like I said, Sunday was pretty much my only day off, but I was making sure that I was feeding them in the morning, feeding them in the afternoon, making sure that everybody had water and feed, including my daughter. I thought I'd have more help. I did not. I thought I could handle all of this, and I couldn't. I didn't know what to do. I was supplying the neighborhood, the elderly folks in my neighborhood, with the eggs and everything else for those who couldn't necessarily afford to go out and eat. So I was running around like basically crazy, trying to go ahead and provide for the animals and sustain my house, and even though it was not in what I now am seeing, now that I'm more clear-headed, in a very livable situation. It devastates me to know that I let everything get this bad. I worked so incredibly hard for years to provide a home for my 3 kids, and to have me just feel like I gave up on so much just to make sure everything was paid, and that everybody ate, and that I was ran ragged, and that I wasn't taking care of not only myself but my house. I was making sure that everybody else was taken care of but not myself. And thanks to the officer, I did go and get help, and I realized that when you have a child that went ahead and has ever tried to commit suicide, and that you feel like you're responsible for always trying to tell them yes and make them feel better and give them their way, sometimes things get lost, including yourself. And my therapist, because I got to get one of those, told me that I had CPSD, and it causes me to go ahead and focus on one task at a time, and then all of a sudden my brain will jump to another and another and another and another, and it becomes overwhelming, and it'll make me kind of shut down. And so they went ahead and have put me on medicine to help me clarify my mind. And then I found out my mother had dementia. This has been a great year. And my mother has dementia in California, so I have literally been working my fingers to the bone to go ahead and send money not only to keep this house, but to go ahead and help pay for her with my sisters, because they can't do it all, and to help my son with whatever he needs, and to try and help my neighbors with whatever they needed. And it just got away from me.
Miss Albrecht, may I ask, where are you now? Are you living in this home?
I am not. I was gracious enough to have friends who have let me stay with them and are trying to help me get back on my feet and make sure I get caught up on my house and my bills and able to, get to work every day and function and seek the kind of help that I needed.
Are these animals still at the home?
No, sir. They've all been adopted out, and he went ahead and made sure of that, which I am incredibly grateful because, like I said, it did get away from me. And I really thought with me working as much as I was, and I mean, I'd leave at 9 o'clock in the morning and I'd get back at 5 o'clock. And then I would go out again and I'd help. So my boyfriend builds cars, so I'd go and I'd help him do odd jobs to make a little bit more money. And there were times where I wouldn't get home until 1 or 2 in the morning, but at least everything was getting paid. And then I'd wake up again and I'd go to work and I'd make sure everybody was going off to school and that everything was just as it should be. And
well, I want to say that I apologize. It seems that you have had a hard providence with everything going on in your life. So I'm certainly very sorry to hear that. Do you know if do you have any help that's from friends or like this board can see that you're in a tough situation, okay? But life's tough. Things get out of hand. But just some advice that I'm going to tell you, you got to take care of headquarters first.
Yes, sir.
You can't take care of everybody, you got to take care of you. So that's one thing that you need to concentrate on right now, is that right here. I think this board will be compassionate and work with you. I do think that we need to talk to our building official here. He's built houses for a living. He's built commercial buildings for a living. And Brad, do you think this house is restorable after cleanup, or is there going to be a lot of work?
It's going to be a lot of work. He's looking at the PC, the urine. It's probably done soak through, your floorings and all that sort of. It would literally have to be gutted. Down to nothing. You know what I mean? You back to frame.
And this is something that you have to. I think the board we can talk about adjudication, but it's something that you're going to have to really make a decision on whether or not financially you're going to be able to move forward and restore the home where it needs to be, or we go ahead and demo the home and you move forward. Now, I know that sounds tough, but I think those are some realizations that you got to deal with as we move forward on this, whether you're going to be able to afford it and move forward and get your house conforming, because it is in tough shape.
Yes, sir.
And I think that's just something that's going to be a tough decision you're going to have to make personally, because I'm going to be honest with you, we can't allow this residence to continue to operate the way it is around other people, because
yes, sir.
And when you think about your neighbors, you want to talk about their largest investment is their home, okay? So they have to keep values up, and as a city, we have a job to do to maintain those values. Any comments from the board?
We do have neighboring property. Like I say, we're seeing pictures of the inside of the home, the exterior of the property too now. It's, like I say, here, chicken coops, with the smells, Hey, go back a couple slides.
No, sir. I've not been allowed to go in, otherwise I would have been throwing literally everything out of my house. And I have had friends who are builders who have offered to go ahead and help me rip up subflooring, lay new subflooring. I've had people pouring in with donations telling me, you know, we can put laminate, you don't have to have carpet, which is fine. At this point, I live on wood. I'm going to try my darndest. I mean, God was good enough to bless me with the house.
Do you currently have a mortgage on this house?
I do.
All right. So, Brad, what's your recommendation to stay consistent with what we primarily do with other 21-19-11s?
I would recommend the 45-day adjudicate. And I would recommend 45 days to have everything at that point cleaned out of the home and the exterior of the property. Then we can continue.
Now, I will say this, ma'am, and this young man needs to be helping you do this too, is that we have to see some significant progress.
Oh, there's going to be significant.
Because what we're doing tonight, as this board votes, 21-19-11, in 45 days, that gives the city ability after 45 days to go in and demo the house and clean up and then assess the value of the work to the taxes. So I just want to make sure that you know. If we see progress, we work with folks. If we don't see progress, then we understand that they're not as concerned about the property.
Now,
I just want to make that clear.
Yes, sir. And I did, my neighbor, she's been watching kind of the property, and she's told me that we've had people going in and stealing, and we've had several people dumping more trash in our front yard, which when she sent me the photo of, or went ahead and sent me the video of it, it was, there's now couches and everything else. And I want to tackle the outside first. That way it's not so much of an eyesore, and then move into the inside and just start every weekend. And I know that I'm going to have a lot of people angry with me, especially where I work, but I've got to say what I've worked so hard to buy.
Yeah, if you can't restore your home and you're paying for your mortgage every month with this type of shape, it doesn't make sense.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So we've heard the building official's recommendation. Is anybody here to speak in opposition of it? Or is there a motion to approve his recommendation? Okay, just a second. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you, Ms. Albrecht.
May I ask you a quick question?
Yes, ma'am.
After the 45 days and we have everything gutted out, would we come back to council like we did now? Or how would this work? Because I've never.
Brad and Mandy will stay in communication with you.
Okay.
If you have this place looking tremendously a lot better, they will make the decision whether or not y'all need to come back before the board.
All right.
All right?
All right. So then I just need to get with you.
Yes, I can get you our number, office.
All right, thank you.
Is there any other items the board we need to address before we adjourn this evening? If not, we adjourn in memory of, typically we adjourn in people that pass away within our city. But I requested that we adjourn in the memory of Charlie Kirk and his recent passing. In my personal opinion, he stood for truth. He stood for his Savior. And he's a very graceful guy that tried to help a lot of people. A quote by him, he said that he is first a Christian, he is secondly a father. And I had a tremendous amount of respect for him. And I think the board probably thinks the same way. So to provide honor to him and his family, I would ask that there be a motion to adjourn in his memory. Is there a second? All right. With that being said, all in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. This meeting is adjourned. Have a good night.
calls I get and all the other senators get, plus the senators when they come in, and House members, anyone else. It's just unbelievable the difference in the safety aspect, not just at the Capitol, but in Jackson and the areas in which they're in.
And I wanted to bring that up. I'm glad you're sitting here. I wanted to bring that up with you. Capitol Police, they have expanded y'all's role in the city.
Absolutely.
How is that going?
I think it's going very well. And we had some challenges in the beginning with that expanded role. There was some concern by locals about, what is this going to look like? Who do we call if there's a problem? And I probably in the beginning overlooked it a little bit, thinking more of it as a state police model and failed to do as much as we should, thinking of it more of a local police model. So we go out now and we have town hall meetings. We go out and we meet with leaders in the community. We go out and we try to do joint operations with JPD